Welcome everybody to the Crypto Empire Sunday live stream. I want to thank everybody for taking some time out of their Sunday as usual to be here. Quick note, quick announcement. It is currently December 19th, 2021. We have the new year just around the corner. So with that being said, I will say that this will be the last Crypto Empire Sunday live stream of 2021. We won't be doing one next week, but we will come back in full force in 2022. So being that this is the last one, what do you say we make this an absolutely epic show? Sound good? Perfect. All right, let's get right into it. I want to welcome everybody into the live stream. Let's get it going. We got Michael and we got Dre. Welcome everybody to the live stream. Let's get right into it. Let me go ahead and share my screen. So we do have a lot to discuss today from the overall market, which is pretty down right now, or very sideways. Not a lot happening, and a lot of investors are losing their patience because they want those high prices for those juicy gains, but they don't seem to have the patience to wait for that to come around, because I do think that 2022 will be a very epic year. I think it will be a continuation of the bull market that is already in effect. Right now we're obviously consolidating, but I do think 2022 will give us gains that we are looking for. We got Don Ragnar saying, yo, what's up, Don? How are you, man? And we got Aloha Alex saying hello. Welcome to the live stream, everybody. We got 13 viewers, 5 likes. Go ahead right now and smash up that like button and get some hype in the chat. Let's get some energy. I know everybody's down right now. It's cold outside. The market's down. But we have to be optimistic because we do have some opportunities in front of us right now. We will be getting into those said opportunities. And we also have Allah joining the live stream as well. So taking a look right now at the current market cap, you can see we do have a $2.32 trillion market cap. Bitcoin trading at $46,600, holding a critical support level at $46,500. I'll be hopping into the charts in just 1 minute to show you that. Ethereum below $4,000, $3,900. BNB holding strong above 500, which is good. We got you saying hello from Miami. Sunny Miami. Hello, you. Hope you're doing well, enjoying your Sunday down in Miami. Now, some news. We do have Terra Luna sitting in the number 9 spot in market cap, $73.23. This, without a doubt, is the strongest coin on the market, which shouldn't necessarily be a surprise for any regular Crypto Empire viewer, because at this point I'm just repeating myself like a tape recorder when it comes to Terra Luna. Every single Sunday we're on here saying Luna, Luna, Luna. And it is one of the strongest coins. I think it is the strongest coin on the market. And I think, like I had been saying, Luna in the top 10. Next step for Luna is to be up here and really dethrone BNB for that number 3 spot in the market cap. We do have quite a ways to go. As you can see, the difference in market cap, Luna 27.9 billion, BNB up here at 89.5 billion. So that is about a 3x from current price? Yeah, just about a 3x in terms of market cap. So about $60 billion needs to flow into Luna to get over here to that number 3 spot. Who knows what's going to happen, right? Because it doesn't necessarily mean that Luna needs to go that high. Capital may be reallocated from these different projects. So the market is very dynamic. There's no black and white, crystal clear thing to do this. Just like technical analysis and trading, there is no black and white to it. It's dynamic and it's ebbs and flows. You have to understand the underlying currents to the market conditions to go ahead and make your moves. With that being said, let's take a look at today's top gainers. We do have a few gainers today, including Olympus Dow up 15%, near HBAR up quite handsomely. So HBAR is one of those assets where after you kind of look at charts for a while, you start to understand the critical levels that tend to play out and work out with a very high degree of accuracy. So HBAR, let me just go ahead and show the chart. HBAR did drop right to an outline demand level that I've had my eyes on for months. And that level is over here at 24 cents. And I did alert the free Telegram group. As you guys can see, if you're not in the free Telegram group yet, I'm not sure what you're waiting for. Go and join the free Telegram group. The link is down in the description below. But we alerted everybody saying that HBAR is in the 24 cent demand zone with this yellow circle you can see, and we're having a big price explosion out of here. So this is one of those moves where, I'm not necessarily crazy involved in the HBAR community, But I do look at the chart, and I trade the chart. I do technical analysis, and when I see price in a demand zone like that, that's a buy. All right, no questions asked. That's a high conviction play, and we're up 30% and running right now in this one. So great. Good to see HBAR running from that. We also have Spell up 13%, Rware, Harmony One. Harmony One, definitely don't ignore this one going into 2022. Layer 1 blockchains, you really can't go wrong with a solid Layer 1 blockchain, and Harmony One is definitely within my top 5 overall crypto holdings that, you know, I'm very bullish on Harmony One. And let's take a look at today's gainers or losers. We have Avalanche down 5%, still over $100. And really not too many losers. Everything's kind of sideways right now. Uniswap back down to 14 bucks. So Kadena as well at a good discount, $11. Bullish on Kadena still. Regardless, let me see what's going on in the chat right now. We got Smooth Scope. What up, Smooth Scope? How are you? The Emperor's here. Yes, sir. I am here. And we got Urshad. What's going on, my guy? Urshad Ali. Jesus for me. Let's go, Luna. Yes, sir. Yeah, Don, Luna, and Matic. Very strong coins right there. Is BTC decoupling from some alts? Well, some alts are always going to be outliers, Smooth Scope, but BTC still is the king of the overall market, despite what a lot of people want, which is BTC to not be the king of the market and utility coins to rule. But we're going to be talking about that in this live stream. I'm by no means a Bitcoin maxi, but I understand the underlying basis of what Bitcoin is. And, you know, people say that all these other coins will be the number one. You need a universal kind of currency that you can measure everything else in. Right now we have the US dollar. And after that, there's really Bitcoin. But it just makes sense to measure everything in a universal currency. And it's really easy to measure things in BTC, especially on exchanges. There's a reason why when you log into your exchange account, whatever exchange that is, Binance, KuCoin, whatever, your value is denominated in Bitcoin because it's the money. It's like a dollar, right? It's Satoshi's. It's a unit of account. Very simple. But yeah, Smooth Scope. Some alts are outliers, regardless. Let's go ahead and move things along to our Bitcoin technical analysis for the day. Take a look at the chart. Not much has changed too much from last week's analysis because as you can see, we're still in the box. Now remember, I did give the scenario of going sideways for quite a bit, and we are holding that sideways range still to this day. Not much has changed at all. Now let me go ahead and bring this down to a 4-hour price chart. And you can see that my yellow dotted line, horizontal line, is right here, $46,500. We got Sal Zeech saying, new subscriber, appreciate the content. I appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your support. If you haven't already liked the live stream, go ahead right now and smash the like button on the live stream. Get the algorithm involved. Let them know we're making some noise here at Crypto Empire. It's overall very bullish for the entire crypto community when you guys smash up that like button because the content gets to more people overall. Now let's see what's going on with the chart. So we do have our level here at $46,500, holding strong above it. We did have a slight dip below, but we do have that trend line. Let me go back to a daily chart. So on the daily, we do have the trend line from the $64,000 all-time high from back in April over here. As you can see, I connected that high, connected the high at 53K, extended it right, and price is utilizing this trend line as support at this moment in time. So we did drop below that 46,500, but the trend line continued to hold. So there's just a lot of support right now from the 41K low up to about 46,500, right? A lot of people are stepping in as buyers at these levels. And as you can see, price is not really having an easy time going beneath 46,500. What's your outlook on KDA for 2022? I think KDA will continue to do well as a layer 1 blockchain. A lot of people woke up to it this past year, and you know, of course, they need to keep on building and such, but I think KDA will continue to do well. Don asking what's my thoughts on Oasis Protocol Rose. Another solid layer 1, lower market cap, so it's going to be way more volatile than something like, even Kadena is extremely volatile in the top 60, top 70. But I'm bullish on Oasis Rose. Don't hold any myself. I have other other bets on other layer ones, but I can't say anything bad about Rose. Now let's get back to the subject at hand right here, which is of course our Bitcoin technical analysis. I also do have in my red trend lines a descending wedge pattern. Price is holding the descending wedge pattern. This is a bullish chart pattern, and the target for a descending wedge is always the top of the wedge, which in this case is up here at the all-time high, about $69,000 on Bitcoin. So right now we just kind of got to be patient and wait for things to subside. We did have that FOMC meeting earlier in the week, and the Federal Reserve basically announced that they're going to slow up buying securities and their quantitative easing, slow down the money printer a little bit. The markets look 3 to 6 months ahead, so we didn't have a crazy reaction from that meeting. Now, let me give you my scenarios for Bitcoin. I don't think we ever drop lower in the short term, even the long term. I don't think we go lower than 41K, right? I think if we do see some kind of scenario where price breaks through this critical support that we're holding, I do think that this will present an optimal buying opportunity down here in the low $40,000 price levels for Bitcoin. Now, of course, on altcoins, they're going to bleed out super hard, like super hard, if we see this scenario play out. Bitcoin goes down to test 41K. So that would also present, in my opinion, an optimal buying opportunity. I remain bullish. I do think that we will have an explosive 2022. I do think that the cycle will extend further and further. So to me, if we see any major sell-offs, major corrections again, those are the golden opportunities. But of course, we don't know if we're going to get that. So as always, not financial advice. Nothing on this channel is financial advice. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. But the best approach to take is always going to be the dollar cost average approach, because nobody has a crystal ball on what comes next. So you pick the assets that you're bullish on, that you think will do very well, and you basically just keep on dollar cost averaging, build up a fat bag, and wait for the price to do its thing, which you want it to go up. So you wait for the price to go up, you take profits on the way up incrementally. If it drops back down again, you can compound, you can reallocate your stable coins, etc., etc. So you need a strategy at play here, and we'll be getting into that furthermore in this live stream. So that's the BTC technical analysis. 41K, in my opinion, that's the optimal buying opportunity if we do go down there. Support is holding right now, but really we need to get back above. We need to make a higher high in the range, and the level to make a higher high at currently is up here at 49,500. Right, we need to break past this high and then start marching up higher. We need to get back above 53K too, but let's take it one step at a time and get above 49,500. Now let's take a look at the Bitcoin dominance chart. We're sitting at 40.5% dominance. All right, in the overall demand zone, this is pretty low. We'll see if we do keep on dropping lower on dominance. As you can see, we did just retrace. Looks like an 88.6. Not quite, but almost. Regardless, dominance pretty low at 40%. There is still the scenario, the possibility of Bitcoin kind of having its mega pump and sucking up a lot of liquidity. So I do have my eyes on dominance, but right now we are pretty low towards the bottom. If this starts breaking the lows and making lower lows, that will be very interesting and of course very bullish for altcoins. Speaking about that, another chart that you always need to keep an eye on in terms of altcoins is the Ethereum Bitcoin chart, ETH-BTC. And we are above the 8 million Satoshi level. Let me put a diagonal line or horizontal line at 8 million sats. So my opinion, if ETH-BTC goes back beneath 8 million Satoshis per Ethereum, you want to be a buyer, right? I'm really bullish on Ethereum right now. Ethereum really is, it's making its way as, I mean, it's already the number 2 crypto asset. But yeah, Ethereum is gaining on Bitcoin, and I expect it to continue gaining on Bitcoin. That doesn't change my stance on Bitcoin's importance, but Ethereum clearly is going to continue gaining on Bitcoin. So if we see ETH-BTC drop below 8 million sats, we do have this outline level here at about 7.7 million Satoshis down to 7.5 million Satoshis. This right here is a BUY, not financial advice. All right, so that's ETH-BTC. Always keep an eye on this. When Ethereum outperforms Bitcoin, it tends to do very well for altcoins in general. So that's a good metric to use as well. Now, one more chart before we hop into our next segment of the live stream. We're going to take a look at the total too, which is the altcoin market cap. And we are currently at $1.29 trillion. We did drop all the way back down to 1.12 trillion, back up pretty healthy percent, back up 15% from that flash crash low. So like I was talking about with Bitcoin dropping back down to low 40s, $41,000, the altcoin dominance chart, if that happens, will probably go back down to about 1 trillion. All right, a lot of money is going to disappear for a short-term opportunity on altcoins if we do see a further dip to the downside. So being that I'm bullish, macro speaking, I think we're still in an overall bull market cycle. I'm not going to get phased or scared or shaken out by any large corrections to the downside. I'm simply going to look to step in as a buyer in key levels. Now let's go ahead and move on. Don saying, yeah, I agree with you, Don, but it is what it is, man. He can do whatever he wants. It says, not that I agree with his viewpoints, but hey, man, the guy built it up. So, yeah. Now let's take a look at today's Twitter wisdom, moving on to our next piece of scheduled content. Today we got Altcoin Gordon. Altcoin Gordon likes to troll a lot with his tweets. This is a pretty funny one to lighten up the mood right now because I know a lot of people aren't necessarily in the best mood. Even though it is the holiday season, everybody should be nice and cheery and happy, but being that the market is sideways, you know, a lot of people, their mood solely depends on what the crypto market is doing. And that, to me, is no way to live your life. Like I always say, you need to be emotionless when it comes to your money in the market. You can't care. Obviously, you want to do well, right? Obviously, you're in the game to make money, but it's a game, right? Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. As long as you win more than you lose, you're winning the game. So just don't get overly emotional when it comes to investing your money in the market. And a good way to do that is to never put in more money than you can, of course, afford to lose, and have a strategy so that you can play from a position of strength and not just blindly jump into assets left and right with no strategy. You always need to be a power player, all right? You cannot be weak in the markets because you will get chopped up. Now, taking a look at Altcoin Gordon's tweet, he said, next year could be your year, Anon. Buy low, sell high. Get in early and take profits on the way up. 100x your whole portfolio. Or just keep panic selling the bottom and FOMO buying the top and getting liquidated every week. The choice is yours. Of course, this is kind of a low-key troll, but there's a lot of truth to this, right? A lot of people end up panic selling the bottom and FOMO buying the top. And a lot of people trade with leverage when they have no business trading with leverage, and they keep on getting liquidated. Because listen, the crypto market is so volatile. Every single week we're seeing dips of like 10 to 20 to 30%. So it's very easy to get liquidated in crypto if you haven't noticed by now, which is why you really need to know what you're doing, and you want to know when to enter into trades with leverage. But this is a pretty funny tweet. But anyway, there's a lot of truth to it, all right? Get ready for 2022. Cut the dead weight. Clear the distractions because, listen, there's going to be a lot of opportunity just like there was in 2021. All right? Clean slate. Focus up. Boss it up. And let's go ahead and crush 2022. I personally cannot wait for the new year. This past year has been very good to me. I'm very grateful in terms of crypto, in terms of crypto empire. Like, I can't complain whatsoever over the year of 2021. Right? It was a great year. I made a lot of progress personally, so I'm very grateful, but I'm even more excited and I'm more juiced up for 2022. I'm excited to get after it, and I'm excited to continue growing crypto empire. With that being said, I want to appreciate and say thank you to every single member of the crypto empire community. I'm very grateful for you guys, right? Almost 20,000 subscribers in about 9 months. Go ahead right now and smash up that like button right now. We only have 18 likes with 31 viewers. Go smash up that like button, and let's continue on with today's content. All right, so first off, let's talk about Polkadot. So Polkadot finally going live. Their parachains finally went live yesterday. All right, we do have a few winners of the parachains. We do have Statement, we have Akala, Astar, Parallel Finance, Moonbeam, and Clover Finance all getting a parachain slot. All right, so this is great. We now have some layer 1 networks attached to the Polkadot relay chain. So Polkadot is an interoperable blockchain just like Cosmos Atom, right? They're building a huge interconnected Web 3.0 ecosystem. And looking at the market cap, you can see Polkadot, $24.78 with a $26.4 billion market cap, all right? So back to $24, let's take a look at the chart and go over what DOT is doing in terms of its price action. All right, so DOT, let me go and clean this up a little bit. Get rid of some of these lines so we get a clearer picture on the overall scene. So looking at DOT, we're back near these September lows, right? It did drop to about 23 bucks. I want to see the overall retracement from the summertime lows to where we are now. So we're just beneath the golden pocket, just below the 0.65 retracement level in this level of demand that I have outlined in green over here. You can see we do have another fib level, the 78.6 and $19.9. And this has confluence with a demand zone I already have laid out on the charts. So $19, $20 on DOT makes sense. It's a nice psychological round number. And if we also look at the chart, we can see that this is lining up with some previous price action. Right? We always want to look to the left and see that we do have some demand. We have previous resistance here, as well as this big. If I just draw a line across, you can see this was used as support a few times before it just broke down through back in June. All right, so $20 does look like a level that could get hit on DOT, and that looks like a level where, not financial advice, but you would want to be a buyer on Polkadot if you do believe in the future of the project, which in my opinion, if you bet against Polkadot, that's a fool's bet, right? You don't want to be betting against Dr. Gavin Wood and what he has built over there with DOT. Doug, what do I think about UFO gaming? I'm bullish on UFO still. My stance has not changed on UFO gaming. We'll be talking about some metaverse projects, but I do like UFO. We got Don Ragnar saying, during the Polkadot Parachain launch party, all the live comment were just people complaining about price. People have no patience to let a project develop. Yeah, most people, that goes back to kind of the world at large, right? Not just crypto, because remember, everybody, we're all people, right? And human nature is human nature. People are going to be people. Nowadays in the world, everybody wants instant gratification. Everybody wants something right away. Nobody has the patience to put in work over a prolonged period of time and get a desired end result in the end. So of course there's a bunch of complainers in the live chat saying, oh, why won't the price go up? Why won't the price go up? The overall market is sideways consolidating right now. And complaining isn't going to do anything, basically. All you can do if you do own DOT is pay attention to the chart, right? Leave your emotions out of it. Nobody cares if you're not happy about the price action. Look at the chart and what do you think is going to happen next? And then you take your play. I just said, basically, Don, thank you for that comment, by the way. I mean, it brings up a very good point. But basically, you want to be a buyer in demand and you want to be a seller in supply. Something like DOT, you should still be taking profits, right? It might be a main piece of your portfolio, but just because you own a lot of it or you really like the project doesn't mean you should fall in love with it. All right, so if you're buying low, you should still look to sell high, even if it's one of your main projects. You can just hodl it all the way. I mean, I locked up a lot of Polkadot in the auctions, right? So I'm basically hodling, and I do have liquid DOT that I trade, right? That I plan on taking profits when it goes higher. So, yeah, a lot of people are complaining, waiting for that higher price. I'm gonna be a buyer at 20 bucks if we do see 20 bucks on Polkadot. All right, so that's my outlook on that. Let's see, bro, QTM. What's going on with QTM? What do I think about QTM? Never heard of QTM, actually. Hey, my man, can you give a shout out to Orbit Token? They already have real astronauts supporting the project. I have not heard of Orbit, but shout out to Orbit. Why not? Do you have a favorite project that has not secured a parachain? Big Country. Big Country is a metaverse project. Let's see if we can go ahead. I get to filter off these settings I have. Let's find Big Country. Here it is. So Big Country enables everyone to start their own metaverse for their people with the 3D world. NFTs play to earn and build communities to earn, and takes community engagement to a new dimension on Web 3.0. All right, so this is a Polkadot metaverse project over here, Big Country. And they are going for a parachain slot. So if you don't have too much metaverse exposure and you're looking for one in the Polkadot ecosystem, keep your eyes on this one, all right? Let's take a look at their website. While we're looking at BitCountry, why not? Affinity 2, 100% Affinity 2. If anybody doesn't know anything about Affinity, basically it's from the same team as Engine, and yeah, it's their new kind of metaverse project. So yeah, this is BitCountry. Definitely have my eyes on this one in terms of a Polkadot project that hasn't secured a parachain slot yet. Being that the metaverse is going to continue to be the very hot trend going forward in 2022, it might not hurt to have a little bit of exposure to this one. All right, so check it out yourself. Do your own research, do your own due diligence if you want to throw some dot coins into the auction or not. But yeah, this does look like a promising project there. Let's see. Rome versus XOR. Let's see who will become the first adopted Kusama treasury. Yeah, let's see, Allah. Let's see for sure. Zero. What do you think of Juno? Don't know it. No, don't know too much about Juno. Yeah, never heard of this one before. You just mentioned it right now. Regardless, let's talk about metaverse. Let's talk about some current events that are happening right now. And that current event is the Vulcan Forged hack. All right, I know a lot of people have probably heard about this hack. So Vulcan Forged currently $16.50. It was $20 this morning, but the price dropped like a rock this morning. By the way, we got 42 viewers and only 23 likes. Go up and smash that like button right now. Let the YouTube algorithm know that Crypto Empire is a very engaged community over here. Anyway, back to the subject at hand. Vulcan Forge got hacked. I'm not sure if you heard. And the hacker's wallet basically is blacklisted from every centralized exchange, but he can offload tokens on decentralized exchanges, but there's very little liquidity in these decentralized exchanges. So it's very important if you are looking to acquire Vulcan Forged PYR on this dip, right, with all the FUD. I mean, it's real FUD, like it did actually get hacked, but regardless, if you're looking to acquire, make sure that you do not use a decentralized exchange, all right? Use a centralized exchange like KuCoin or Binance, because if you use a decentralized exchange, basically you're letting the hacker offload his tokens, all right? So that's very important. Let's take a look at the chart. Actually, let's look at Vulcan Forge's Twitter. So, I mean, they've been very transparent throughout this whole entire thing. They had their CEO making a little video, to the community saying that he's going to make everything right, etc., etc. But anyway, they said 1 hour ago, this will all be over soon, and those who trust us will enjoy the next chapter. All right. And 3 hours ago, they said, if you haven't worked it out, the hackers panic selling into zero liquidity on DEXs. Nothing changed with the buyback, development, and fork. All right. So Vulcan Forge, a very, very solid metaverse project. Let's take a look at the chart and see what is going on with PYR. Don Ragnar, hey, how do you access gaming and metaverse play? Tokenomics of these projects, large circulating supplies, and hype make me nervous. Plus, I like buying the new trends in the bear market. Good question, Don. So I definitely look at basically if they have any sustenance to the project. Is there something there to back up the hype? For example, PYR, Vulcan Forged, another good one, Gala Games is another main one. But I look for actual development, actual progress being made in terms of making an actual game, an actual metaverse. That's by far like the first thing, and that comes down to the team, the roadmap, etc. That's all kind of baked into the cake. And then looking at the tokenomics is very important. It's funny you bring up that question, Don, because I was looking. Sky Dravier says, do you believe in turtles? Not sure what you mean by that question, my guy. Anyway, back to what Don was saying. So I was looking at Nakamoto Games. I was doing my research, looking at it. And I want to bring it up right now. This basically deterred me from buying it when I saw this. And I'm glad I didn't pull the trigger on Nakamoto Games. Because listen, this market, look, the VCs, dude, they don't care about you, right? The VCs get in seed round and they dump on you. They do not care at all. So let's take a look at this. Nakamoto Games economics. So total supply, 180 million tokens. All right, so we can see right here with the sales, 55 million, so that's quite a hefty chunk, was given to the early investors. All right, 55 million of a total of 180 million. Now, in terms of their vesting schedule and cliff, you can see that they got 10% before listing. They have tokens in their wallet pretty much. All right, like the angel round got 10% before the token even got listed in their wallet that they can offload. Then they're getting 10% for 9 months. So these people have pre-sale money, and I mean, just because we're on this point right now, and nothing against Nakamoto Games, seems like a very solid project, but that's not the point I'm making here. The point is that you have to be careful and you have to look at the tokenomics, which is why in every video that I do, not just this live stream, but every project that I cover, I always go into the tokenomics, all right? So you have to understand what's going on here. So looking at this project, you can see that, and by the way, everybody was hyping this up. Everybody was hyping this up. When we had the flash crash, it dropped to, let me drop this to a 4-hour. When we had the flash crash, it dropped just below $3, and then it had a very strong bounce. It bounced 50-60% after the flash crash, from $3 to $4.60, and really it's just been selling off. Now, I don't know what's causing this sell-off, but my guess, my thesis, my hypothesis is that these dudes over here, why is this lagging? Bear with me as this computer, there we go. So yeah, these guys, Angel, Seed, Private A, Private B, whatever. Listen, they're in a profit because they got in lower than 20 cents down here. All right, they're up like 10x. Now less than 10x. Still 7-8x, but yeah, they were up like 20-30x up here. Obviously they're going to take profits, and you hearing about this on whatever channel you're watching about crypto gaming, you're basically their exit liquidity. So just be careful. Always look at project tokenomics before you go ahead and pull the trigger on a project and you invest in it. Anyway, back to the subject I was at before I got asked that question. Vulcan Forged PYR. So looking at PYR, we can basically see that with this nice hacker dump we had, I mean, I just outlined this huge range from $21 to $16, right? That was our basing pattern before we blasted off. So I would mark that off as an area of demand on the chart. And now demand tends to hold up, but when we have outside circumstances such as a hacker holding Ian saying so many hacks and rugs lately, yeah, they're happening every day at this point, every single day. Let's see. So yeah, anyway, demand zones hold up quite well, but when there's unforeseen events and circumstances such as a hacker dumping like millions of dollars, it's going to blow right past demand, all right? And that's what happened here, but as you can see, buyers really did step in heavily. Went all the way to $12.80. But buyers stepped in, pushed the price back up into the overall demand zone at about $17 right now. So it's a shame to see, but this really gives people an opportunity. The fundamentals of this project haven't changed, right? This is really a contender for one of the best, one of the most developed metaverse coins. You know, I think it can easily be trading for all-time high is up here, $49. Can easily go back up to $49 once all this storm blows over, etc., etc. You know, if I were to give you a strategy on how to play this, basically, just like everything else, you want a dollar cost average and make sure you get the lowest possible or the average price over a given period of time. All right, so right now in the lower end of this demand zone, that does look like a pretty good level. I mean, not financial advice, high risk, super high risk. This just got hacked, all right? So understand if you're going to jump into something like this, understand the factors at play right now. Regardless, after $17, we do have a level down here. Sorry, this didn't go to $12.80. This went to $14. But anyway, our next level after 17 is 13. And then we do have demand as well down here at about $12.25 to $11.40. So yeah, we'll see what does happen if this dude keeps on selling all of his tokens. But anyway, this is a pretty good opportunity. If you missed the boat on this one and you want to kind of get a position in a solid metaverse project, keep your eyes on this chart. You can set some bids to basically keep the stress out of it and just follow a given strategy, right, with limit orders. So that's how I would go about this current situation with PYR Vulcan Forged. Very unfortunate to see it get hacked like that, but hey, when there's fear, when there's a lot of uncertainty in the air, when things are all over the place, chaos, when there's chaos, there's also opportunity. And right now we have an opportunity right here. We got some people talking about Casper in the chat. Let's go ahead and take a look at Casper right now. Let's see. What's your thoughts on Casper right now? I know you've covered it a while back. Yes, I have covered it quite a bit a while back. And I usually cover it every single live, but let's go ahead and take a look at the chart. So let's take a look at the daily price chart of Casper Network. And I really have not changed my chart on this in quite some time because there's not too much to change on the chart. We do have our range low down here at 10 cents, our range high up here at 15 cents. We did pump up. We do have this candle wick low down here from May when the price was absolutely tanking, right? And then we use that as support there, and it's been used as resistance 1 time and 2 times over here at 22 cents. So clearly a lot of people are selling their Casper at 22 cents. Makes sense, being that we did drop at one point to just below 5 cents, but really we're at 5 to 6 cents, 5, 6, 7 cents. You know, a lot of people were buying down here. So we go up to 22 cents. That's a 3x. Depending on how much capital you have, 3x is, you can make some crazy money with a 3x, right? Of course, depending on how much you initially invest. So we do have a lot of profit takers up here at 22 cents. And then even in the range, when we're at 10 cents, it goes up to 22 cents. That's a 2x, all right? So obviously people are going to be taking profits at a 2x. Anyway, we're back down to the middle of the range on Casper at 12 cents, as you can see right here. In the middle of the range, this is the dollar cost average buy zone. For me personally, not financial advice, but I'm a buyer in the range, especially at the lower end or mid-range. 12 cents below is definitely a good area to accumulate this project. I'm still very bullish on Casper Network. There are some ecosystem developments going on right now, such as Wise Token. Let's talk about that for a second because, listen, this is a brand new ecosystem, layer 1 project. I got asked about Oasis Rose earlier. I said I like the project, but I don't actually own any of it. I have some bets in other layer 1s. Casper is one of those. I do hold quite a significant amount of this in my own personal portfolio, right? And let's go to their Twitter for a second. So there is a project called Wise Token. Wise Token is originally released in 2020 or New Year's Eve 2021. I have been an investor in that Wise Token project from day one of their fair auction launch. And that's how I initially even found out about Casper in the first place, because they had announced months and months ago that they were going to be launching on Casper as well. So let's take a look at Wise on Twitter really quick. Wise Token. So these dudes are pretty much building the first DEX. And they're going to be launching their token on Casper. It's going to be like a big auction. So some progress with the overall Casper network there. We're going to get a decentralized exchange. So that's great. You know, new tokens can launch and we have somewhere to trade it. But yeah, check out Wise. Do some research on what the project is. I've covered it a few times here in the channel. And yeah, exciting times for Casper. We're getting some action, some development. They also have their NFTs out. So yeah, good stuff. Good stuff coming from Casper. I'm still buying, still accumulating, DCAing. Definitely a play I have conviction on going into the new year. Let's see what's going on here in the chat. I'm not sure why anyone would buy these highly speculative game cryptos in a clear downtrend. Well, it's in anticipation of the metaverse trend picking back up next year, pretty much. BTC has like 10 bear signals and maybe 3 bull signals. Listen, Skydravier, if you want to be a bear, I mean, be my guest, right? But macro speaking, I continue to be bullish on BTC. My outlook right now is I understand what's at play. We're going sideways, right? So I'm not saying we're going to be pumping tomorrow, but I am saying I'm going to be a buyer down here if we do see price go to this level, below $40,000 levels, right? It's very possible that we see that in the shorter term, and that would just give everybody an optimal buying opportunity. Say we're going to 30, 20K. I don't think that's going to happen personally. Could I be wrong? Of course, absolutely I could be wrong, but that is not in my playbook right now. We'll see if I'm wrong. I have no problem admitting that I'm wrong. I never have. Now we got some people saying Harmony One UST. Let's take a look at Harmony One. Yep. That is a clear breakout on Harmony One. So being that I have this pulled up, let me just pull something out for you guys, because I did notice this breakout when it was happening. So over here in the Discord, this was on December 17th, 2 days ago. Basically, I was looking at Harmony One and I was like, all right, that is a clear W reversal pattern with a neckline. And yeah, basically that was at 20 cents. So what you can do, this is for newer people doing TA. Definitely you can switch to a line chart, and it gives you a very good picture of basically what's going on. So one of my favorite fractals, one of my favorite chart patterns is the W reversal pattern. And you can see, what does this look like right here? If that doesn't look like a W, you might want to get your eyesight checked, because that is a clear W on the charts, right? Basically just a double bottom. You have a low followed by a consecutive higher low, and then you do have the neckline. Now the line chart makes it very easy to see this W, but we also can go to the candle chart, because the line chart takes the candle wicks out of the equation, right? Takes these wicks out of the equation. And this is a demand zone, by the way. These have been marked on the chart for quite some time. So when we have demand and we have a reversal signal like that, that's usually very bullish. And then for the neckline, basically we just connect a trend line across the candle body tops where the closes are. And we did have a clean break, retest, and now it's exploding, all right? So Harmony One ripping up higher right now. Went as low as 13 cents on that liquidation wick low. That is crazy, 13-cent Harmony One, right? This thing is going to $1 plus easy. Easy peasy for Harmony One, $1 plus, in my opinion. IOFETO. What's going on, man? He's saying it's mind-blowing how this channel is not having bigger audience. Hey, man, it is what it is. I'm not complaining. I'm just going to continue to show up and really do exactly what I'm doing, what I've been doing. But I appreciate your support. I appreciate you saying that. Shout out to you, my man. Let's see. This guy's saying, I hear Mt. Gox investors will get their BTC back. I heard that as well. That is correct, I do believe. HBAR to $1 from Isaiah. I definitely think HBAR to $1 is possible. So HBAR is one of those projects. I had my first entry in HBAR at 10 cents back in February. But I'm not one of these HBAR total like kind of cheerleaders. Nothing against you if you are, but I'm not that emotionally invested in the project, which allows me to basically just look at the chart very clearly. It's funny. I got a lot of flack in my HBAR video saying it was going to go back to 24 cents. Lo and behold, here we are a few months later. Who was right? I don't know. You tell me. Anyway, that's not the point I'm trying to make here. All I'm saying is, yeah, HBAR can for sure go to $1. Let's pull out a fib. From the all-time high to the low. And, yeah, the one extension is already at 94 cents. 1.618 is $1.17. HBAR for sure going to $1 plus. Might not go straight up. It likes to go parabolic, chill out, go sideways, dump, and then repump. But yeah, I do see HBAR trading over $1 in the future. It's kind of an easy layer one blockchain pick, right? It's hard to bet against something like HBAR. It's just a very good asset. Don't ignore HBAR. Don't fade it. How do you do TI in 1 month old coins? Yeah, it is not too easy to do, right? You need data to do TA. Basically, if you look at the starting point, what example are you looking at, Allah? Give me a coin to look at. Give me a coin to look at, and I'll give you an example. Sky Dravy, you're asking about Kadena, KDA. Let's go ahead and take a look at KDA. See if my magnet played out. I think it did. I don't even remember putting that on the chart. Yeah, it did play out. Don't remember putting the magnet on, but hey, I spent a lot of time looking at these charts, and I do some things that I don't remember doing. But as you can see, I had this level up here, and price did pump up to the level, right? But I'm going to get rid of this magnet for now. But looking at KDA, we had this descending wedge pattern. What's the target of a descending wedge? Write it in the chat. If you said the top of the wedge, you're correct. Looking at where it pumped when it broke out of the descending wedge, where did it go? Basically to the top of the wedge. All right, if I put a horizontal line right there, we do have this, yeah, this is the top of the wedge, right? So if you're going to be trading wedge patterns like this, take your money off the table at the outline target, right? And that was over here at $14.24. Now, as you can see, we did pull back pretty significantly. Depending on how you did draw the trend line, if you wanted to connect the wick highs, you could do that. This basically looks like a retest of this upper trend line here for the wedge. So that's bullish. Retest, and now we're holding above. If I draw another horizontal line, you can see that this really is kind of a support level over here at 11 bucks. And we're holding this level, but what does concern me a little bit is this consecutive lower highs, right? Looks like it's kind of ready to roll over with the overall market. This is short term speaking, obviously. I'm on a 4-hour price chart right now. But yeah, Kadena, KDA. This is where you want to be a buyer. This is really the level here on KDA from $10.30 to $9.80 on KDA. And yeah, Golden Pocket's holding right now. But yeah, we have to wait for the market to kind of do its thing. But we do have the breakout retest, which is bullish. All right, so let's hope $11 support holds. We'll see if it does. If it doesn't, well, then you basically want to be a buyer down here, demand at like 9 to 10 bucks. Let's see what's going on in the chat. 68 viewers and only 40 likes. Go right now and smash up that like button. Let's get it. Let's get after it. We got Dre saying, yo, where's the Crypto Empire merch? Good question. You guys want some merch, huh? Get my wheels spinning. I could put that together pretty easily. Orders would probably only be to the US. I have a merch guy that I know personally. And he's here in the US, so I would probably only do it to like US and Canada shipping. But if you guys want Crypto Empire merch, I can for sure put that one together. Some hoodies, some t-shirts, some tank tops. We got summer rolling around in about 6 months from now. So, of course, we got to show off the guns, the gains, both the crypto and the muscle gains with some Crypto Empire tank tops. So, yeah, I'll put that together for sure. Can make that happen. Let's see what else is going on in the chat. Jay Polar saying he's doing some day trading on HBAR. Nice. Looking at Kilt and Rome. Let's take a look at Kilt. So Kilt is identity on Kusama. And this is, yeah, listed on November 30th, okay? And it's pretty clear downtrend. Remember, people got these tokens in the parachain just for loaning their Kusama, so they basically got it at zero cost. All right, so they get it at zero cost, and then it goes to 10 bucks when it gets listed on an exchange. Obviously, you're going to have a lot of selling pressure. All right. G-Zim saying, hello, Connor, my friend. Can I have a look at ADA? We'll look at ADA in just 1 second. We will. Saru Pandi. I'm not sure what price Glimmer will be listed at. Hopefully, it won't be like Moon River, right, because of the tokenomics. But yeah, maybe, I don't know. I have no idea. A few bucks, maybe. We'll see. Anyway, looking at Kilt, yeah, I mean, people put Kusama in the auction, right? They get it at $10. They're going to sell it. Why wouldn't you? You just, got money out of nowhere pretty much. But yeah, looking at this chart, I'm curious. So notice how the 78.6 is holding pretty strong as the current support level. Right, all I did was pull the retracement from this high over here, this swing pretty much, right? From this low to this high, I retraced, or I measured the retracement, and it's holding at the 78.6 right now. So that's how I would do TA on a 1 month old coin. Basically, I would identify the key swing pivot points. In this instance, draw a fib, see what's holding as support. Right now we have the 78.6. We do have the 88.6 down here at 358. That's the next level. So we'll see what happens with Kilt. See if it holds this current level at $4, 420. But yeah, basically, Ala, you identify the trend, you find your key levels, and then you play off those key levels, right? And if this were to pump, I know with these candle body closes up here in this pump that you can call this a supply zone, right? So you want to be a seller in supply. So if you're going to buy it down here, you know, sub $4, right? So you get it for like 380 or something. If it goes back up to 720, that's almost 100% gain, right? 80%. So that's somewhere where you would take profit. You just want to identify key levels and then play off those key levels to do TA on a 1 month old coin. Let me see what's going on. Yeah, let's look at ADA for a second. Cardano, $1.25. Oof. Thing took a hit, huh? Big hit. Let's see. From the high. Down 59, down 60% from the high on Cardano ADA. See if it blew past the 88.6 yet. It's holding the 88.6 right now. So with no bias, with no personal opinions, purely objective technical analysis, this is a pretty good level to be a buyer at on ADA. I mean, this thing, I don't even have to pull out an indicator. This thing looks oversold. Like, look at this downtrend. Steep downtrend. Lots of sellers right here. We do have declining volume and declining price. So that is an indicator if you're unaware of how to read volume. When you have declining volume and declining price action, especially at such a steep rate like this, that usually indicates there's going to be some kind of reversal soon. But yeah, this thing is in the gutter, right? And for any longer term subscribers, you guys know I keep my Cardano analysis very simple. I only make Cardano content. Like, go and watch my Cardano videos. I'll only make a Cardano video when I see that it's ready to pump. And I think I'm like 3 for 3 on the channel with my Cardano videos. Every time I make a video, like 24 hours later, it starts pumping, right? Just look at the chart, right? You don't have to overcomplicate this. I'm not going to be here covering Cardano like a fanboy every single day. Oh, this development. I personally am not a fan of that kind of content. But as a trader, I see when it's ready to go, and I'll make a video when it's ready to go. But yeah, the level that you really want to be a buyer at in Cardano is $1. I still have my gray box down here. You want to be a buyer on Cardano at $1. All right, this is not financial advice, but I'm going to write buy here, not financial advice. But if you see $1 on Cardano, you better believe that there's going to be a mass level of buyers stepping into the charts, as long as we don't enter into some kind of prolonged bear market where everything just kind of goes down. But yeah, this is like the key critical support right now. Cardano is very simple how it trades. It always goes off of the key psychological round number levels: $1, $1.25, $1.50, $1.75, $2, etc., etc. All right, so right now we're holding $1.25, and really $1. I mean, just look at the price action from back here before we took off over the summer. Every time price came near $1, immediately bought back up. All right, and it was bought back up right to where we currently are, which is $1.25. You can see we have mostly wicks below 125 after we actually broke through the level. But yeah, I mean, this is a good level to be a buyer looking at the chart, objectively speaking, despite what you might think about Cardano. But the real level is down here at $1 for ADA, objectively speaking. Let's see what else is going on in the chat. Let me catch up. Got a lot of messages to read. Isaiah, will Matic ever hit $5? Yeah. I mean, for sure. Go watch my Matic price prediction videos. I give you my basis, my reasoning on why I think Matic is a top performer. But looking at Matic, $2.24 right now. Now, can Matic hit 5? Purely for speculation. Let's use a fib. Take the swing high at 260. Really the all-time high, 270. Down to the swing low at 62 we saw over the summer. And I mean, look, from that extension level, the one extension is 475. That's only the one extension, right? I've seen countless times the 6.618 extension get hit on things like this. 6.618 is up here at $16. All right, this is no hopium. I'm just letting you know that I've seen that get hit before on other assets. But on Matic, the one extension is 475, and then the 1.618 is $6. That's pretty close, to be quite honest with you, on Matic. All right, I definitely think Matic can hit 5 right now. Holding above $2 is one of the strongest coins in the market, alongside Terra Luna. Matic team is selling way too much. I mean, that's kind of good for distribution. Look, if they're selling a lot, there's more buyers clearly, even if they're selling a lot, because look at the price action, right? This doesn't look like a team offloading a ton of tokens. When the market crashes, it crashes hard, but it gets bought up immediately. This trendline support is being respected very well on Matic. Let's see what's going on. Talking DAOs. My biggest investment fails were SHIB and ADA, but I don't sell ADA. Yeah, SHIB and ADA are like the meme coin art. Oh, we just got a $20 super. I didn't even notice. Dre, thank you for that $19.99 super chat. Saying thanks for all that you do for the crypto empire family. You are 100% the real deal. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Dre with the $20 super chat. Dre, thank you very much, man. You are the OG crypto empire supporter. I really appreciate you being here every single time I go live. You're always supporting. Really appreciate your support, Dre. Thank you very much for that $20 super chat. You are a legend. Continuing on, let's see what's going on. Got to catch up with all these messages in the chat. We just got another super chat from Mr. Sellers Homes, a $9.99 super chat saying he's the #1 fan. Shout out to Mr. Sellers Homes. Keep crushing it in the real estate market. You are a beast, Mr. Sellers Homes. Really appreciate you with that $9.99 super chat. So many messages to catch up on here. We've been going for 58 minutes already. I feel like I literally just started this live stream. Crazy how fast time does fly. 84 viewers, 55 likes. Smash up the like button. Let's get some more likes on the stream. This guy's saying Hoskins is either a crypto genius or the greatest coin salesman and hype man ever. Yeah, Charles is doing his thing. He really is doing his thing. What is holding DOT down so hard? Not sure. I mean, the overall market really, but yeah, I agree. DOT is down 50%, over 50% from its high. But I'm not sure what the reason is. We got Greg asking about Curito. For sure, I'll take a look at QRDO. QRDO. So looking at QRDO, you can see basically how it sold off pretty significantly. Readjust these charts. So on QRDO, this is a big project. You got some VCs in here. You got a lot of early investors. You got a lot of people that found about this very early. They were buying it below $1. All right. When I first spoke about Curito, I believe it was around like $4 or $5. So pretty late, not gonna lie. But hey, I'm still bullish on this asset. But anyway, you had a lot of people buying down here. Goes up to $9, almost $10. People take a lot of profit. Now it starts selling off. But what we can do now, because we have a lot of data, it's been around for quite a bit. We can pull a fib from the swing high down to the swing low. And we can see that right now, Curito is holding this 78.6 at $4, $4.16. This is a good level, objectively speaking, the 78.6 to be a buyer. after $3.50. Does look very prime. So obviously this is a newer asset, so you don't necessarily know how much is going to be sold off. So I was a little off with my buy zones, but hey, you win some, you lose some. Basically, if you're bullish on something like this, let's take a look at the market cap of Kirito. Hey, we just got a $10 super chat from Raymond S. Shout out to Raymond S. saying, thoughts on Wonderland token staking? Thanks for the live from Southwest Florida. Shout out to you, Raymond. So my thoughts on Wonderland, I'm still staking my Wonderland. I've been adding to it a little bit here and there, just putting some more AVAX in, throwing it in the bucket. Because basically we got a lot of DAOs popping up, but just like these metaverse projects, all these DAOs are not created equally. Last week, actually, I got asked about Jade Protocol. I said, yeah, I was in Jade, but I took my money out because I didn't trust it. I'm glad that I listened to my gut with that one because Jade has taken a huge hit. Now, Wonderland Time also down big from its all-time high. It's down 70%. It was trading at $10,000. Now, yeah, I mean, I'm still staking. I'm still throwing in some more chips into the bucket every now and then with Wonderland Time and staking. And, you know, we'll see what does happen. It's very speculative because the reason these things really blew up is because we had such a massive run up in the market and a lot of people made a lot of profits, and they're basically, you reallocate your profits when you make a lot of profit, right? So a lot of people had a ton of money and they start throwing it into these DAOs. And then before it got really popular, then it starts getting popular. A bunch of people start jumping in. Price goes up like crazy. And then the big whales that got it in the beginning, they take out their time. It's been compounding. They have tons of it. And then they sell it. And now we have huge selling pressure. I think it probably will recover, but I don't have a time frame on when it's actually going to recover. But as you can see, it's down 70% from the high. Where is this traded besides Trader Joe? It's on a few centralized exchanges. But yeah, my thoughts on time, I'm waiting for Reserve DAO. Reserve DAO is going to be released on the Terra Luna blockchain, and it's going to be their rebasing DAO, compounding interest, passive income token. I'm going to go heavy on Reserve. But I thank you for that super chat, Raymond. Now let's continue on with what I was talking about. Kirito, yeah, down quite a bit at the 78.6. Look to be a buyer as well at 350, which is the 88.6. And then don't overcomplicate it, right? You got this demand area down here as well, $3 to $2. I basically, with this, you just want to keep on DCAing, not financial advice, on QRDO. Now I know I missed a lot of questions. Are you holding any Canaria? No, I'm not holding a Canaria, JM. Michael saying, thoughts on RSR? Sounds like mainnet delayed. I did hear that until April 2022. Lots of people jumping ship. Maybe a good buy or possible fade into oblivion. Seems like a strong team. Yeah, Michael, RSR keeps on kind of pushing off their mainnet. They've been doing this for a long time. So I was really bullish on RSR when, of course, there was talks about their mainnet going live in December, and they pushed it back 5 months now. So that's not great. Currently in a level of demand over here at 3 cents. But the asset isn't going anywhere. I doubt Peter Thiel is selling his tokens, right? Peter Thiel is an early investor. You got guys like Sam Altman as well. You know, they're there to see the network succeed, and it's a payment stablecoin network, right? And it's still being utilized in Venezuela and everything. Fundamentals haven't changed. They're just making sure they get their mainnet right. But yeah, not good for price action when they announce that they're delaying stuff like that. All right, that's no bueno. But yeah, looking at the chart, we do have, I mean, this is the overall macro trend line. Let me go to a weekly. On the weekly, you can see this ascending broadening wedge. And the bottom of this wedge is down here like 2.5 cents, 2 cents. So yeah, I would just say to respect the trend line. If this thing breaks this trend line on the bottom of the broadening wedge, that would be pretty bearish. That would be like super. That would mean everybody's capitulating. I don't expect that to happen. I think if it goes and tests this trend line at 2.5 cents, that would probably be a pretty good buying opportunity. Ayob asking about AVAX Avalanche for sure. We can take a look at AVAX. Isaiah saying, thanks for all the help and info, Connor. You rock. Isaiah, I appreciate your support, my man. Thanks for being here. It's the least that I can do. Come up here for an hour, 2 hours every week and go over the charts, go over the news. Why not? I enjoy doing it. So AVAX, big pump up. Big pump up from this break to the upside. From the bottom, it went 40%, currently 36%. Yeah, I mean, this thing had a huge sell-off. So let's talk about AVAX for a second. This is a good one to talk about because on my Instagram inbox DM, I get a lot of people, random messages, DMs every single day. I got a lot of questions when AVAX was up here, right? From people that seemed like from their verbiage and how they were asking the question, it seems like they were brand new to crypto. And they were asking me, sir, should I sell AVAX when it was up here? Sir, should I hold on to my AVAX? I was like, look, man, if you're buying AVAX now after it just pumped to like $140 and you're buying the top, like I'm not sure you kind of know what you're doing here. Right? I didn't really say it like that, but a lot of people were buying AVAX up here. Going back to where Twitter wisdom for the day from Altcoin Gordon, right? You don't want to keep panic selling on the bottom and FOMO buying the top. With AVAX, I know for a fact so many people were FOMO buying up here at like 120 to 140. And there's a very high chance that they were panic selling down here as well from like 70 to 80 to 90, right? You don't want to be that guy. AVAX. So yeah, it had a nice pump up. And I mean, in terms of buying right now, I'm not sure that's the greatest thing to do, right? You wanted to be a buyer down here. It just pumped 40%. I would probably wait for a pullback on this. Of course, I could be wrong and the trend can violently continue to the upside. But we do have the 38.2 retracement right here at $101, $100. And then the golden pocket down here at $90. Those are the two levels I would look out for in Avalanche AVAX. Jay Polar saying Shib got him into trading and he 4x'd. Congratulations on that 4x. Yeah, Don saying too many coins to buy for sure. A lot of selection out there. A lot of selection. We got Patrick asking about Floki. Yeah, we can take a look at Floki Inu. Let's take a look at Floki on the Binance Smart Chain, not Ethereum. Pull out Dex Tools. Take a look at Floki Inu. Just under a $800 million market cap on Floki Inu. Let me blow the screen up. So Floki's another metaverse play, right? They definitely have the funds to build out a big metaverse, Valhalla. So looking at this chart, you guys remember my Floki video from November? I made that right when price was like around here. Let me change the color of this. I don't like that blue. Let's change it to, yeah, we'll make it yellow. I want to change the thickness of the marker as well. Let's make this a little bit thicker. Perfect. All right, so Floki, I made my last Floki video around here in November. I mean, it did pump up, but from there, it's really been going sideways, kind of downtrending, right? We do have these lower highs on the chart and some lower lows. All right, so this is kind of just consolidating sideways on Floki. Get rid of all these. But yeah, I mean, we do have the overall trendline support for back here in August, right? We have that trendline support, and it's pretty much coming into play right now. All right, at 0.00011,100, right about here, right? So if it bounces off trendline support, or if it goes to trendline support, You want to be a buyer at support, right? And then other than that, we do have the previous high over here at 0.00008700. So here are your two levels on Floki if this keeps bleeding out. But yeah, if you're a believer in this project, if you're a Floki Viking, and you want to go to Valhalla, these are your levels where you want to buy on Floki. Man, looking at where I got in, it's crazy. Seriously though, can't believe what Floki did this past year. Absolutely insane the run this thing went on. Congratulations if you made gains on Floki. Rigoberto saying he's doing deliveries. I'm listening to the Empire. Let's go, Rigoberto. Thanks for joining us today, man. What do I think about Phantom? I think it can do well. It's bleeding out hard. Have I talked about VeChain yet? No, Dion, I have not talked about VeChain today. Don Ragnar saying, Invest Answers screwed me over with AVAX. In his Patreon, he advised to sell because of an unlock. My instinct said to hold, but I sold and then it exploded. Lesson learned, stick with your own thesis. Yeah, Don, trading, when it comes to trading, man, and your money on the line, if your gut is telling you to do something, from what I've learned, is usually best to not go against it, right? Of course, you know, if you're paying for somebody's service and he says to do something, it's very easy to listen to him. I run my own service, right? The Crypto Empire Premium Discord group. You do have a lot of responsibility running a group like that, but yeah, sometimes the calls work, sometimes they don't. But hey, as long as you're right more than you're wrong, you should be in a profit, so should be all right. Now, what was I going to look at? What was I going to look at? J Polar is called Lizerv. Lizerv. I made a video about it already. So much going on in the chat. Oh yeah, VeChain. Let's take a look at VeChain. VeChain Vet on the daily. Yeah, this thing broke down pretty hard. Super hard breakdown. Now it's basing. I want to go to a line. For reference, here's a W reversal that sticks out like a sore thumb. Worked short term. But yeah, looking at this VeChain chart, yeah, this does look like a good level to be a buyer, just from looking at this, and then here as well. So 7 cents, 6 cents, 6.5 cents. It looks good for VeChain. 5.8. Yeah, it looks good. I mean, VeChain is kind of one of those projects where it's hard to not believe in it long term, right? You expect this one to do very well over time. But yeah, at the moment, VeChain taking a big hit. The summertime low is down here at 5.2 cents, and we do have a key level at 5.8. I would say if VET goes back down to 7 to 6 cents, you should, not financial advice, but look to buy a lot of it, not financial advice. People talking about Jade. Let's take a look at Jade. It's a steal right now. Could be, but yeah, I want a lot of capital for Reserve. I'm not going to throw capital in Jade and potentially. I'm just saying Jade is a steal. Like, look, this chart doesn't look great to me. With how I feel about it, I'm not going to be a buyer. I'm not going to be a buyer. Like, this thing was $970. Now it's at $90. I'm not going to touch this. I'm okay. Isaiah asking, what are my thoughts on Track? I'm bullish on Origin Trail Track. Super strong fundamental project. Now, before we end the stream, we're going to go ahead and start wrapping it up right now. With that being said, I will say, Doug is saying meme coins in general are hurting right now. I see you tend to stay away from those. Yeah, for the most part, I do have a little bit of a dubious speculation every now and then when it comes to meme coins, right? I made very solid gains with Floki this year. Trust me, I watch them all. I'm very aware of what's going on in the meme coin space. But I don't usually pull the trigger unless I'm like, all right, let's go, and I'll throw some money at something. But yeah, I've gotten burnt hard, of course, with some of my meme investments, and I've done very well, and it's made up for all of my losses with them. So it's high risk, high reward play with the meme coins. But somebody asked me about Origin Trail Track. Super bullish on Track. Fundamentals of this project, you can definitely see it being a top, easy within the top 100. This is definitely a coin to have on your wish list if it's not already on your wish list. Had an explosive year. 974% on the year. Got listed on Coinbase back beginning in November. Has bled out quite hard, but it went up to $6 at one point on Coinbase. Really, the bulk of the trading volume was 260. And now we're down here. I want to see a better chart with more data. All right, looks like we got to use the track. I'll use this. Here we go. So Origin Trail Track. Big moves. Big moves. Right to this swing. Basically all I did with this, swung down, then it swung up from there. So just measure that swing, and it's right at the 78.6 in demand on Track. Cool. And we also have the 88.6 down here. That's 63 cents about. But yeah, Track, kind of like a big infrastructure play. Another big infrastructure play, Ocean Protocol. Ocean. I thought Ocean would do way better than it did in 2021. Fundamentals on Ocean have not changed at all. Big data, right? Web 3.0 data infrastructure coin here. And it's 77 cents. And if we go back a year, 1 year ago, Ocean, I remember this was like 40 cents. I was buying Ocean back here actually, December 2020. I'll be at Ocean, another one, and then another one is FET. Fetch AI. Let's take a look at FET, and then we're going to end the stream. So FET, I'm going to keep it very real with you guys today and let you know my thoughts on FET Fetch AI. So what I've done, let me get rid of this fib, and then I'll redraw it for you guys. So listen, we had this cup and handle pattern, huge cup, rounded out bottom, then the handle, and then it broke down from the handle. The whole market kind of rugged on us. The cycle is being reset for Fetch AI. Now, you can use fib extension levels both ways, up and down. So if I take this swing low from 58 cents from back in September, the September low, to the swing high it made at $1, we get some extension levels to the downside. Now we're currently at this first extension level of 46 cents. All right, this is holding as support right now, but I'm going to keep it very real with you guys. The next extension level is down here at 30 cents on FET. Now, if this thing was to completely bleed out, completely reset, there's a possibility it does come back down here to 30 cents. All right. This would probably be a generational buying opportunity on Fetch AI. The fundamentals of this project have not changed. Understand, we got some big whales, a lot of market manipulators in this asset in Fetch. And yeah, they want to see everybody get shaken out. And you got a lot of big corporations, mega conglomerates, accumulating Fetch AI as well. So of course they want to buy it for as cheap as possible. So we'll see if the market makers do drive it all the way down here to 30 cents. But yeah, it's kind of scary to look at, right? Because myself included, along with a lot of people, I'm sure we're buying it up here. But anyway, hey, you dollar cost average, it is what it is. I only keep it real here, give you the unbiased take. And my unbiased take is that it's possible that Fed does go down to 30 cents. Hope it doesn't happen, right? But hey, if it does, buy more, not financial advice. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping up this live stream. I want to thank everybody. Saying Reef blew up. Let me take a look at Reef. What did it do? All right, a little bit of a pump. A little bit of a pump there on Reef. Exploding from the downtrend. Looks like it's coming off a little tap of 78.6. Yeah, right here. All right, with that being said, guys, we've been going for like an hour and 20 minutes. I want to thank everybody for joining me today in the Crypto Empire Weekly Sunday live stream. If you missed the beginning of the live, I did mention how this is actually the last live stream of 2020. All right, we're going to take next week off and then come back fully charged, fully rested in 2021 to bring the heat every single week like we always do here at Crypto Empire. So I want to thank everybody for coming and joining me today. Hope you enjoyed the live stream. Hope you found it useful. Hope you got some value out of the content presented today. I'm going to continue to make some YouTube content this upcoming week. We're very close to 20,000 subscribers as well. I want to thank everybody for your support here on the channel. Any questions, join the free Telegram group. If you're interested, join my Crypto Empire Premium Discord group for my trading calls, portfolio, what I'm holding, etc., etc. I'll be releasing my top coins for 2022 soon. If you want access to that, go ahead and join the Discord. With that being said, not really too much to say. I want to thank everybody for being here. Let me take one last look at the chat before I press the end button. Antonio saying he missed it. Hey, man, it is what it is. But yeah, happy holidays, everybody. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. If you celebrate a different religion, happy whatever you do celebrate. I want to give a shout out to everybody out there in the Crypto Empire. We do have a global community here all over the world. See all of you guys very soon. I'll be making some more content throughout the week, but then we're going to take a little bit of a Christmas break going into New Year's, doing some traveling over New Year's, and then I'll be back here in the saddle, ready to bring it. With that being